Dar-es-Salaam, Dar-es-Salaam, from Arabic Dr. as-Salām, romanized Dar-es-Salaam, lit place of peace, is the largest city and business capital of Tanzania. With over 6 million people, it is the largest city in East Africa and the fifth largest in Africa. On the Swahili coast, Dar-es-Salaam is an important economic center and one of the fastest growing cities in the world. According to the United Nations population projection, the city is expected to host approximately 73 million people in 2100, more than the whole population of the country today at 61 million people. The town was founded by the first Sultan of Zanzibar in 1865 or 1866. It was the main administrative and commercial center of German East Africa, Tanganyika, and Tanzania. The decision was made in 1974 to move the capital to Dodoma and was officially completed in 1996. Dar-es-Salaam is Tanzania's most prominent city for the arts, fashion, media, film, and television, as well as serving as its leading financial center. It is the capital of the coextensive Dar-es-Salaam region, one of Tanzania's 31 administrative regions, and consists of 5 districts: Kinondoni in the north, Ilala in the center, Ubungo and Temeke in the south, and Kigamboni in the east across the Kurasini estuary. History. In the 19th century, Mzizima, Swahili for healthy town, was a coastal fishing village on the periphery of Indian Ocean trade routes. In 1865 or 1866, Sultan Majid bin Said of Zanzibar began building a new city very close to Mzizima and named it Dar-es-Salaam. The name is commonly translated from Arabic as abode, home of peace, from Dar, house, and es-Salām, of peace. Dar-es-Salaam fell into decline after Majid's death in 1870, but was revived in 1887 when the German East Africa Company established a station there. The town's growth was facilitated by its role as the administrative and commercial center of German East Africa and industrial expansion following the construction of the Central Railway line in the early 1900s. German East Africa was captured by the British during World War I and became the territory of Tanganyika, while Dar-es-Salaam remained the administrative and commercial center. Under British indirect rule, European areas such as Oyster Bay and African areas e.g. Kariakou and Ilala developed separately from the city center. The city's population also included a large number of workers from British India, many of whom came to take advantage of trade and commercial opportunities. After World War II, Dar-es-Salaam experienced a period of rapid growth. Political developments, including the formation and growth of the Tanganyika African National Union, led to Tanganyika's independence from colonial rule in December 1961. Dar-es-Salaam continued to serve as its capital, even when Tanganyika and the People's Republic of Zanzibar merged to form Tanzania in 1964. In 1973, provisions were made to relocate the capital to Dodoma, a more centrally located city in the interior. The relocation process to Dodoma was completed, although Dar-es-Salaam continued to be the location of most government offices. In 1967, the Tanzanian government declared the Ujamaa policy, which made Tanzania lean towards socialism. The move hampered the potential growth of the city, as the government encouraged people not to move into cities and instead remain in Ujamaa socialist villages. By the 1980s, the policy failed to combat the increasing poverty and hunger that Tanzania faced, and had delayed necessary development. This situation led to the liberalization policy of the 1980s that essentially ended socialism and silenced its proponents within Tanzania's government. Until the late 1990s, Dar-es-Salaam was not regarded in the same echelon as Africa's leading cities like Cairo, Alexandria, Giza, Nairobi, Johannesburg, Lagos, or Addis Ababa. During the 2000s, businesses opened and prospered. Growth expanded in the construction sector, with new multi-story buildings, bridges, and roads. Tanzanian banks headquartered in the city became better regulated, and the Dar es Salaam Stock Exchange expanded. The port is prominent for entrepot trade with landlocked countries like Rwanda, Burundi, Zambia, and the eastern portion of the Democratic Republic of the Congo. The city's skyline features tall buildings, among them the 35-story PSPF Tower finished in 2015 and the Tanzania Ports Authority TPA Tower, the tallest in the country, completed in 2016. Geography. Dar es Salaam is located at 6.48 S39 E 6.8039.2833 on a natural harbor on the coast of East Africa, with sandy beaches in some areas. Districts of Dar es Salaam Region. Dar es Salaam Region is divided into 5 administrative districts, 4 of which are governed by municipal councils that are affiliated with the city's suburbs or wards. The regional commissioner is Abubakar Kunanj. Kinondoni. Kinondoni is the most populated of the districts. It houses half of the city's population and several high-income suburbs. Masaki, Oyster Bay, and Ada Estate are the high-income suburbs located along the central beach. During the colonial era, they were the major European suburbs of the city. Diplomats and expatriates currently reside in these areas. Oyster Bay Beach, also known as Cocoa Beach, is the only white sandy beach east of Kinondoni. Mikocheni and Regent Estate are also suburbs within the district. According to the 2012 census, the Mikocheni ward had a population of 32,947. Msasani is a peninsula to the northeast of the city center and home to expatriates from the United Kingdom and other Western countries. It contains a mixture of traditional shops and Western-oriented resorts and stores. Mbezi Beach is the beachfront suburb located along the northern Dar es Salaam beach. It contains several tourist hotels, residences, and a kite surfing area by Apipo Avenue. Sinza, Kijitanyama, Magomeni, Kinondoni, and Mwenj are more ethnically mixed than the areas above and are located west of Dar es Salaam's central business district. Tendale, Imwananyamala Kisiwani, and Kigogo are low-income neighborhoods. Ilala. The administrative district of Ilala contains almost all government offices, ministries, and the central business district. It is the transportation hub of the city, as the Julius Nyerere International Airport, Central Railway Station, and Tazara Railway Station are all within the district's boundaries. The residential areas are mainly middle to high income. Among them, Upanga and Kisutu have the highest concentration of Asian communities within Dar es Salaam, with residents of Indian and Arabic descent. These areas contain colonial houses and mansions built in Indian, Arabic, and European styles. Upanga is divided into Upanga East and Upanga West. Kariakou is the shopping district of the city. Shops, bazaars, and merchants sell products from foodstuffs to hardware. The Kariakou market contains the only underground section of the city. It is the major supply point of the food consumed by all Dar es Salaam residents. Tabata, Segerea, and Ukanga are located slightly farther west from the city center. Ilala, among the middle-income suburbs very near to the city center, is marked by the Askari Monument and suffers from gang activity. Temeke. Temeke is the 5th industrial district of the city, where manufacturing, both heavy and light industry, is located. To the east is the port of Dar es Salaam, the largest in the country. Temeke is believed to have the largest concentration of low-income residents due to industry. It is home to military and police officers as well as port officials. Kurasini, located on the harbor, contains Dar es Salaam Port, the police college, the Mgilani Police Barracks, and the Dar es Salaam International Trade Fairgrounds. The main residents are police officers and port officials. Chang'an is one of the few higher-income areas in Temeke. It has maintained this status due to the presence of African high colonial officers and some industry owners from the colonial era. Chang'an houses the Dar es Salaam University College of Education, the National Stadium, and Uhuru Stadium. Temeke, Mtoni, Tanganyika, Kijiji, and Mbagala are middle to low-income suburbs, of which the last is the largest suburb in the entire district. Ubungo. The Ubungo terminal serves as a transportation link to most large Dar es Salaam urban nodes. The narrow-gauge commuter rail runs from there to the city center, with 10 level crossings along the route. Kigamboni, Gumboni, Goni, Gumboni, Gumboni, Gumboni. Kigamboni, also known as South Beach, a beachfront suburb on a peninsula, is home to an economically diverse population. Access to the suburb is mainly by ferry, although the Kigamboni Bridge provides an alternative. Climate. Dar es Salaam experiences tropical climatic conditions, typified by hot and humid weather throughout much of the year due to its proximity to the equator and the warm Indian Ocean. It has a tropical wet and dry climate Köppen, Ah. Annual rainfall is approximately 1100 mm 43 in, and in a normal year there are 2 rainy seasons, the long rains in April and May, and the short rains in November and December. Government. In his 1979 journal A Modern History of Tanganyika, historian John Liff wrote, in 1949 the town became a municipality, with 4 honorable nominated town councillors who elected a mayor. According to Associational Life in African Cities, Popular Responses to the Urban Crisis, published in 2001 until June 1996, Dar es Salaam was managed by the Dar es Salaam City Council, the highest policy-making body in the city. As of 2017, Paul Makonda serves as the Commissioner of Dar es Salaam Region. Globalization. Dar es Salaam is the major city in Tanzania. Additionally, the movement of Westerners, Asians, and other foreigners into the region has incentivized relevant government bodies to develop better policies to accommodate the growing and diverse population. Demographics. Dar es Salaam is the most populous city in Tanzania and the 5th most populous in Africa. In 2020, the population was estimated to be 6.4 million. When the 2012 national census was taken, the city had a population of 4,364,541, about 10% of the country's total. The average private household size was 3.9 persons compared to the national average of 4.7. Less than half of the city's residents were married, with a rate lower than any other region in the country. The literacy rate in the city was 96%, while the national average was 78%. Between the 2002 and 2012 censuses, the city's 5.6% average annual growth rate was the highest in the country. More than 3/4 of the city's population live in informal settlements. In 2018, Dar es Salaam scored 0.631 medium category on the Human Development Index (HDI). The city's HDI has increased every year since 1992, and it ranked higher than any other region in the country except for one. Dar es Salaam is the 2nd fastest growing city in the world and could have a population as high as 13.4 million by 2035. An extrapolation of metropolitan area population trends predicts that Dar es Salaam could become the 3rd largest in the world by the year 2100, with a population of 76 million. Economy and infrastructure. Dar es Salaam is Tanzania's most important city for both business and government. The city contains high concentrations of trade and other services and manufacturing compared to other parts of the country, which has about 65% of its population in rural areas. Downtown includes small businesses, many of which are run by traders and proprietors whose families originated in the Middle East and the Indian subcontinent, areas of the world with which the settlements of the Tanzanian coast. The Dar es Salaam Central Business District is the largest in Tanzania and comprises the Kisutu, Kivukoni, Upanga, and Kariakoo areas. The downtown area is located in the Ilala district. Kivukoni is home to the Tanzania Central Bank, the Bank of Tanzania, the Dar es Salaam Stock Exchange, and the city's important Magogoni fish market. With businesses and offices, Kisutu is the location of Dar es Salaam Central Railway Station, the PSPF Towers, and the TPA Tower. Dar es Salaam is undergoing major construction and development. The 35-story PSPF Twin Towers are the second tallest building in the city and the country. The city has major infrastructural challenges, including an outdated transport system and occasional power rationing. Financial services. The Dar es Salaam Stock Exchange DSE is the country's first stock market. Retail. Dar es Salaam hosts the Mlimani City Shopping Mall, the City Mall in the Kisutu area, Quality Center Mall, GSM Pugu Shopping Mall, GSM Msasani Mall, and Dar Free Market Mall. Transportation. On a natural harbor on the Indian Ocean, Dar es Salaam is one of the hubs of the Tanzanian transportation system, as the main railways and several highways originate in or near the city to provide convenient transportation for commuters. Local public transport. Public minibus share taxis Dala are the most common form of transport in Dar es Salaam and are often found at the major bus terminals of Makumbusho, Ubungo, and other areas of the city. However, since the introduction of the motorcycle transit business known as bodaboda, most people prefer it, allowing them to get into the city faster, as compared with the minibuses, which encounter heavy traffic. Other types of transport include motorcycles and Bajaj auto rickshaws. Bus. The government has been introducing a metro bus system, Dar es Salaam Bus Rapid Transit Mwendo Kasi, in Kiswahili. The metro buses are managed by UDART, a partnership between Usafiri Dar es Salaam UDA and the government. The Bus Rapid Transit System Phase 1 has been completed by UDART and began operation on 10 May 2016. The first section runs between Kimara in the northwest to Kigamboni on the northern headland of the harbor. Phase 1 was funded by the World Bank, African Development Bank, and the Tanzanian government. Metro. Dar es Salaam will have a metro system, currently undergoing a feasibility study conducted by Motor Angel and Dar Rapid Transit Agency. Maritime transport. Port. The port of Dar es Salaam is Tanzania's busiest, handling 90% of the country's cargo. It is located in the Kurasini administrative ward of Temeke district southeast of the city's central business district. Due to a huge influx of cargo and the slow pace of expansion, a new cargo port 60 kilometers 37 miles northwest of Dar es Salaam is proposed at Bagamoyo. Ferry. The Kigamboni ferries run between southeast of Kigamboni and northwest of Kigamboni in Dar es Salaam. Railway. Dar es Salaam commuter rail. Travel to urban and suburban parts of the city is provided by the Dar es Salaam commuter rail. Intra-city railway. Tanzania Railways operates the Central Line from Dar es Salaam west to Kigoma. International Railway. The city also hosts the head office of Tanzania-Zambia Railways Authority TAZARA, built in the late 1960s to early 1970s. The main terminal is located west of Dar es Salaam's central business district in North Yombo Vituko along the Nelson Mandela Road. The TAZARA Railway connects Dar es Salaam to Zambia. SGR. Tanzania Standard Gauge Railway is a new railway station currently under construction. It will link the country to Rwanda, Uganda, Burundi, and Congo. Airport. The Julius Nyerere International Airport is the principal airport serving the country, with 3 operating terminals. Terminal 3 is located at Kipawa in Ilala municipality. The airport is located west of Dar es Salaam's central business district. Culture. Art. The Tingatinga painting style originates from Dar es Salaam. The new Mia Sana House of Art is a cultural center, workshop, and retail outlet dedicated to Tanzanian art, showcasing and promoting Tanzanian craftsmanship. Prominent Tanzanian sculptor George Lilanga has donated some of his works to the center, including decorations of the building's main entrance. Music. The music scene in Dar es Salaam is divided among several styles. The longest-standing style is live dance music Musikiwa Dansi played by bands such as DDC and Mlimani Park Orchestra and Malaika Musical Band. Taarab, which was traditionally popular in Zanzibar, has also found a niche. However, it remains small compared both to dance music and bongo flava, a broad category representing the Tanzanian take on hip-hop and rhythm and blues that has quickly become the most popular locally produced music. The rap music scene is also present. Traditional music, which locally refers to tribal music, is still performed, but typically only on family-oriented occasions such as weddings. In the 1970s, the Ministry of National Youth Culture aimed to create a national culture stressing the importance of music. Dar es Salaam became the music center in Tanzania, with the local radio showcasing new bands and dominating the music and cultural scene. With this Ujamaa family mentality governing culture and music, a unified people's culture was created, leading to the rise of hip-hop culture. Throughout the years, the radio in Dar es Salaam has played a major role in the dissemination of music because many people do not have television. Cassettes are more common than CD. Tourism. Dar es Salaam has two of the 5 museums that make up the National Museum of Tanzania Consortium, namely the National Museum proper and the Makumbusho Cultural Center and Village Museum. The National Museum is dedicated to the history of Tanzania. Most notably, it exhibits some of the bones of Paranthropus boisei that were among the findings of Louis Leakey at Olduvai. In 2016, there was a breakthrough discovery in northern Tanzania by a scientist from the University of Dar es Salaam of footprints thought to be of a hominid that predates Homo sapiens. The Makumbusho Cultural Center and Village Museum, located in the outskirts of the city on the road to Bagamoyo, showcases traditional huts from 16 different Tanzanian ethnic groups. There are also examples of traditional cultivation, as well as daily traditional music and dance shows. Close to the National Museum are also the botanical gardens, with tropical plants and trees. There are beaches on the Msasani Peninsula north of Dar es Salaam and in Kigamboni to the south. Ungoyo Island can be reached by boat from the Msasani Slipway. Places of worship. Places of worship in Dar es Salaam are predominantly Christian churches and temples. For example, Roman Catholic Archdiocese of Dar es Salaam Catholic Church, Anglican Church of Tanzania Anglican Communion, Evangelical Lutheran Church in Tanzania Lutheran World Federation, Baptist Convention of Tanzania Baptist World Alliance, and Assembly. There are also Muslim mosques. Sports Stadium. Dar es Salaam is the sports center of Tanzania and hosts the second largest stadium in East and Central Africa, the National Stadium, which can accommodate up to 60,000 people. Association football. The Tanzania National Stadium hosts football clubs based in Dar es Salaam, Young Africans, Simba and Azam. It also hosts other Tanzanian football clubs and international matches. A new stadium in Dodoma, with a much larger capacity, has been proposed by the government as a donation from Morocco. Apart from the National Stadium, the city is home to 2 other stadiums, the Uhuru Stadium and the Karume Memorial Stadium. The former is used mainly for local tournaments and political gatherings, whilst the latter is situated west of Kurasini and home to the Tanzania Football Federation. Golf. The Gymkhana Golf Course is located northwest of the Kivukoni area, between the city center overlooking the shores of the Indian Ocean in the east and Barack Obama Drive, also have tennis courts, squash courts, and a fitness club. Outside of the metropolitan districts is Lugalo Military Golf Course located in the Lugalo Military Barracks. Acrobatics. Founded in 2003, Mama Africa is a school known for training some of Africa's professional acrobats. Boxing. Boxing is a popular sport in Tanzania, and Dar es Salaam hosts numerous boxing galas organized throughout the year. Tanzanian professional boxer Francis Cheke is the current World Boxing Federation WBF super middleweight champion. Media. Newspapers. Newspapers in Dar es Salaam are often sold by vendors weaving through stationary traffic at road intersections. English-language newspapers with online versions include The Citizen and The Guardian. Swahili dailies Tanzania Daima and Mwananchi are also available. Business Times is the only financial and economic newspaper in the city. It was established in 1988 and became the first private newspaper in Tanzania. Business Times owns Majira, another Swahili newspaper. Television stations. Dar es Salaam is home to ITV, Sibuka Channel 10 television station, formerly Dar es Salaam Television DTV, and SMTV, a subscription-based service from the SM Group of companies. Television station IOTV is based in Ubungo, Dar es Salaam, as is the Tanzania Broadcasting Corporation. Internet access. Installation of the Trans-Indian Ocean Backbone Cable SEACOM in 2009 has, in theory, made Internet access much more readily available in Dar es Salaam in particular and in East Africa in general. However, rollout to end users is currently slow. Telephone line coverage provided by the Tanzania Telecommunications Company Limited prices are high, and long contracts are required for purchase of bandwidth for small internet service providers. The expressed aim of the SEACOM cable is to enable East Africa to develop economically through increased online trading. Internet cafes are found in the city center, and free Wi-Fi hotspots are available in various government and non-government institutions, as well as public transport. Mobile telephone access to the Internet via 3G and 3.75G is still relatively expensive, though 4G is making its way through major cities and towns as of 2015, with plans to go nationwide in the advanced stages. Radio. Dar es Salaam's first radio station began operation in the early 1950s with little more equipment than a microphone and a blanket hung over a wall. This project was overseen by Edward Twining. Environment. Since the 1990s, Dar es Salaam has experienced heavy and frequent flooding due to intense rainfall. The city is especially vulnerable to flooding due to its lowland coastal orientation and the fact that the Msimbazi River flows through the city. The situation has worsened over the years, both due to climate change and the expansion of city pavement, which increases surface runoff. In 2019, flooding displaced 15 households. Between 2017 and 2018, the city experienced 7 floods. The World Bank estimates that exposure to floods has impacted about 2 million people, or 39% of the population in Dar es Salaam. Flooding incidents destroy bridges and roads, disrupt transportation, increase risk of diseases such as cholera and skin infection, and are a barrier to reducing poverty. Education. Dar es Salaam has the highest concentration of educational opportunities in Tanzania, and the city is home to several institutions of higher learning. Universities. The University of Dar es Salaam is the oldest and second largest public university in Tanzania after the University of Dodoma. It is located in the western part of the city, in northeast Ubungo, and occupies 1625 acres, 6.58 km2, on Observation Hill, 13 km 8 mi from the city center. The university has 16,400 undergraduate and 2,700 postgraduate students. Ardhai University ARU was established on 1 July 1996 after transforming the former University College of Lands and Architectural Studies UCLAS, which was then a constituent college of the University of Dar es Salaam. Historically, Ardhi University dates back to 1956, when it started as surveying training school offering land surveying technician certificate courses at the present location of Mgilani Salvation Army Camp in Dar es Salaam. In 1958, the school was moved to the present location on Observation Hill. At present, there are over 80 PhD holders who have graduated from over 25 universities worldwide. The university comprises 4 schools, 1 institute, and several centers, and offers undergraduate and postgraduate studies with postgraduate, bachelor's, master's, and PhD degrees in various disciplines. The Muhimbili University of Health and Allied Sciences consists of Muhimbili Campus and Mloganzila Campus. Muhimbili Campus is situated in Upanga, Ilala Municipality, along United Nations Road. Mloganzila Campus occupies 3,800 acres 15 km2 and is located 3 km2 mi off the Dar es Salaam Morogoro Highway, 25 km 16 mi from Dar es Salaam. The Open University of Tanzania is a full-fledged, accredited public institution of higher learning, featuring programs leading to certificates, diplomas, undergraduate and postgraduate qualifications. Since it was founded, the university has enrolled students from Malawi, Uganda, Kenya, Namibia, Hungary, Burundi, Libya, Ethiopia, Rwanda, Saudi Arabia, Lesotho, Botswana, and most of Tanzania. As of 2008, total enrollment was 44,099, the majority of which was Tanzanian. Hubert Kairuki Memorial University is a private institution located on plot no. 322 Regent Estate in the Mikichini area, about 7 km 4 mi from Dar es Salaam's city center, off Ali Hassan Mwini and Old Bagamoyo roads. International Medical and Technological University is a privately owned institute of higher education. Kampala International University began operations in 2009. The university center is situated on 60 acres 240,000 m2 of land in the Gongo-Lamboto area, Ilala district, 7 km 4 mi from Mwalimu Julius Nyerere International Airport along Pugu Road. Notable people: David Ajay, London-based architect born in Dar es Salaam in 1966. C.A. Peter Bransgrove, 1914–1966, architect in Dar es Salaam from 1947 to 1966. Joaquim Chissano, former president of Mozambique, and headed the Frelimo headquarters in Dar es Salaam. Kanyama Chium, one of the main leaders in the independence struggle in Nyasaland, renamed Malawi after the country won independence, where he served as Minister of Education and then as Minister of Foreign Affairs. Journalist Roald Dahl, writer, lived in Dar es Salaam from 1934 to 1939. Jane Goodall, scientist and primatologist. Maureen Hinkle, actress, 2.5 Men TV show. Rhea Ketul, author and magazine editor. Rachel Luttrell, actress, Stargate Atlantis, born in Dar es Salaam in 1971. Nairn McEwen, Scotland rugby union player and second national coach, born in Dar es Salaam. Bibaititi Mohammed, politician and chair of the Umoja wa Wanawake wa Tanzania, the women's branch of TANU. Yoweri Museveni, president of Uganda. Godfrey Mwakekejile, prominent Tanzanian author, Africanist scholar, and journalist. Juma Mwapachu, Tanzanian diplomat, lawyer, and author of books on African politics and economics, served as Secretary General of the East African Community EAC. Harriet Paul, fashion model. Walter Rodney, Guyanese historian, political activist, educator, and scholar, author of How Europe Underdeveloped Africa. Justinian Arweyamamu, Tanzanian economist, author, and professor of economics at the University of Dar es Salaam, worked at the United Nations, economic advisor to Tanzania's first president, Julius Nyerere. Mbiwana Samata, footballer, 2015 CAF African Player of the Year 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 of the Isiji Shivji, Tanzanian scholar, educator, author, and one of Africa's experts on constitutional law and development issues. Ali Sykes, politician and leading figure in Tanzania's independence movement. Hashim Thabit, Oklahoma City Thunder Basketball Center. Paul von Lettow-Vorbeck, commander of the German East Africa Army. International relations. Dar es Salaam is sister cities with Hamburg, Germany, 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 Samsun, Turkey, Chengdu, Jiangsu, China. Sorry, Iran, Iran,